Imagine you are freshly out of high school, 16 years of age, financially responsible for your entire family. What would you do? For Jabbir Ahmad Muhammad, this meant chasing his passions to achieve his dreams. He supports his entire family. This includes his mother, his siblings, and also his children. But his passion really lies in spreading development in his community and promoting his passions of cell phone repair.
Welcome. I hope you all are having an excellent afternoon. I'm Joshika Selvakumar.
I'm Lauren Chai.
I'm Vernika Moran.
I'm Christy Knowles.
I'm Kaushal Dumal. And I'm Robert.
Unstable power, insufficient funds, intense competition. These are all challenges that are plaguing Jabbir's business. But fear not, because our team will be providing him with a gas-powered generator, which will be providing him with constant electricity, as well as we'll be purchasing all his request materials. So if he were to ever endure a problem in the future, we would got it covered. And lastly, we would be providing him with a high-functioning financial tracker that we'll look at shortly. Let's dive in. Jamadish Global Enterprise is a reliable resource in Bauchi that does phone repair services, electronic product sales, add-up skills that lead to customer loyalty, and finally, his ambition to foster young children with technological education.
And here's how we'll give him his edge. As previously mentioned, our marketing team has provided him with an unparalleled advantage strategy scheme, which a lot of the other cell phone repair businesses within Bauchi do not have. As well, he has 10 years of expertise within this field, a decade, and he has beautiful, amazing, authentic customer relations. But don't take it from me. Please just don't take my word for it. Take the word of his 2 testimonials from his customers. With his first customers talking about how he has a high level of expertise and knowledge, as well as providing him with clear expectations and explanations of his services. With his second customer, they talk about how he exceeded all expectations and had technical proficiency and commitment to customer satisfaction always.
Now let's talk about where he finds these customers. Almost everybody above the age of 12 in Nigeria has a cell phone, but not just one. It ranges from 1 to 2 to almost 4 cell phones per person. Now, with these significant statistics, you might be asking yourself, who wants to buy a phone if almost everybody has one? But no, on the contrary, more people are buying phones in Nigeria right now more than ever before. And Jabbir's store is located in a high foot traffic area of the market where customers constantly come in for cell phone repair and to buy cell phones. Now, let's talk money. We are seeking 1,350,600 Naira, which equates to $3,001. Now let's break that down. We need to set up Jabbir with his inventory. So we bought him all the phones that he requested along with accessories that he can sell at a retail price for profit. Next, we bought him a computer because we want to make sure that he can operate his store with ease. And we also bought him a lot of furniture. We paid for his permit so that we know that he can sell legally and that his customers have a seamless experience when they're in the store. Along with this, we also paid for his generator because in Nigeria, power is very spotty and not reliable. So buying him a power generator will allow him to have reliable access to energy whenever he may need it. We also paid his rent for 1 year so that he doesn't have to worry about those costs. And last, but certainly not least, we allocated some of our budget to our marketing team so they could carry out an unrivaled marketing campaign that will put Jabbir miles ahead of all the other stores that sell and repair cell phones in his market.
He used a pen and a piece of paper to do his financial bookkeeping. And this is what it used to look like. But don't worry, judges. We have implemented 2 automatic systems that will organize this entire business from behind the scenes. First, we have the financial tracking template. And second, we have the business ledger. In the financial tracking template, there are 2 subcategories. First being the inventory tracking system, and second being the revenue tracking system. And all these templates are print-friendly for his utmost comfort. We have taught Jabbir how to use and operate this fully formulated financial tracking system, which will allow him to input minimal effort and data and still receiving vital information for business growth. For example, all he has to do is input inventory, the price of it, and how many he sold. And automatically, right? Automatically, he will have total inventory, total sales, top performing products, and real-time inventory standings. And not just that. That's not it. All this data will be translated into visuals and charts that will make it visually intuitive for him to learn. This is a bookkeeping system that easily handles two streams of revenue, sales and repair. It tracks their daily revenue and it automatically calculates total revenue from sales, total revenue from repairs, right? Total sales quantity for their sales, and even revenue that comes from each type of phone, because repairs for each type of phones may vary. And lastly, we have the business ledger. All small businesses need a way to monitor their cash flow. By keeping accurate updates on income, expenses, or assets, he'll find and identify areas of growth, plan for his future investments, and then make more informed decisions.
The future is bright, and I'm about to tell you why. Pictured above is a 3-year timeline over the course of which Jabbir Global Enterprise will hit 5 major milestones. By the end of month 1, we will have rented out a location, installed a generator, provided him with the necessary supplies and inventory needed, implemented our brand new financial tracking system, posted our amazing marketing team's flyers in the immediate market area, and provided him with the permit he needs to start his business. By the end of month 2, Jabbir Global Enterprise will have established social media accounts on the major platforms of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. In addition to this, Jabbir will have started handing out business cards to further increase our customer base. In addition to this, he will also have started hiring apprentices. By the end of the 6-month mark, we are aiming to increase the reach of our advertising. And we will do this by starting to hand out bumper stickers. By the end of Jabbir Global Enterprise's first year in business, we will prioritize adjusting to an expanded customer base. And we will do this by purchasing new furniture, expanding our inventory through a wider variety of phone models, and expanding our services by expanding into services such as device cleaning. By the end of Jabbir Global Enterprise's 3rd year in business, we will be looking into expanding franchising locations. And to do this, we will also be hiring new employees for these franchise locations.
Please read through this as I explain a little bit about it. This is a handwritten letter from our business partner, Jabbir, detailing his gratitude towards the LI Leadership Initiative Program, our team, and the funders of this organization. He talks about how our actions and our efforts will be used in Nigeria to create positive change and a new spark of hope with not just within Bauchi, but the surrounding communities and possibly Nigeria by the time he's done. Again, we want to thank you for your time and open the floor for any discussion, questions, comments, or concerns you may have for us.
Wow, guys, this is really an amazing and interesting presentation. I love it. I love every single part of your presentation. I love your energy, how you present it. You have really a good confidence about what you did this week. And this is exactly what we're looking for. I'm going to talk about 2 things so that my other colleagues can talk about more about your presentation. I really how you break it down, how he's going to track his finances and all these things. It's really, really important for your business, especially when you're into buying and selling. So it's really important that you were able to create all this template. But the only one thing I wanted to see is that did you create any saving plan or anything that he can be able to improve? So that's one thing. But apart from that, everything looks perfect. Your implementation plan, it's really amazing. Very, very interesting. I love it because you shows a step-by-step process how you intend to implement this and how you even foresee the business in the future. So this is really an amazing thing. And by the time this information is shared with your business partner, he knows that he has like more effort to put toward his business to achieve this goal. So nice job, guys. And I'm really, really happy and congratulations for the amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you. And just to address your issue about the just in case something goes wrong, Jabbir does have 150,000 naira in his own personal savings, and our budget excludes that. So he would be able to use the money that he has if he needed to, but that's not part of our master budget that we're asking for.
Oh, thank you for that clarification.
Thank you, Umar. Congratulations, team. You advocated very well on behalf of your social entrepreneur. I'll note again the problem with the problems template. This guy's not a problem. He and his business present a challenge or an opportunity. And likewise, we're not in the business of providing solutions. We don't solve problems business owners themselves should never think that they're solving problems as though they don't have to think them anymore. They're not finished and solved. And certainly business advisors never solve problems on behalf of their clients. Otherwise, they can get into real trouble if those problems come creeping back. There were some in a similar vein, there were references early on that we will provide a generator, we will purchase supplies, etc. Again, not the scope for the business advisor. He will do that with the funding for which you're advocating on his behalf. I really like the logos on the competitive advantage slide. I thought that very nicely communicated. It's good. It's why I went to graduate school, to learn to draw pictures and to look at pictures. I find that really helps a lot. So I think that was great. You mentioned about the inventory tracking system. I really liked that. And we have a somewhat unusual circumstance here where we have somebody who is savvy with technology and has actual access to the technology and to the networks. And so he strikes me as somebody who would be pretty comfortable, and probably already has been, in order to be in business with these inventory tracking systems. I would have been interested to hear a bit more about how, if not retrospectively, then prospectively, he might use those to minimize cost. Inventory in any business that sells things, inventory is a very expensive thing for businesses to maintain. And in general, they want to maintain as little as possible, just enough so that the customers are not disappointed when they want something immediately, but not so much that it's sitting on the shelf and is subject either to being lost, stolen, obsolescence. There could be taxes on it for sitting there. Well, I guess insurance is an issue here, but so an economic order quantity, a great inventory tracking system can be a wonderful tool to manage the economic order quantity for the business. And it would have been interesting, given the unusual sophistication that you're demonstrating here with this plan, to hear a bit more about that. I loved the revenue tracking by sales and repairs. Excellent. I really liked the business ledgers. It's a cash-based business, I assume, but still, I think that really puts him ahead of the game. One thing, I can't recall that you mentioned it, but especially in this line of work, you may have, and forgive me if I missed it, but the possible attractiveness of being an authorized reseller and authorized repair depot. I know that Apple, for example, has been, even as they have been complying with European requirements for the right to repair, and they'll send these enormous repair kits to people's homes. At the same time, the particular components that they're requiring, like if you need a camera replaced or something inside the phone, if they're not original equipment manufacturer, it'll brick the phone. And so it would be interesting to see what possible relationships he could form with the manufacturers to actually be able to hang out on his shingle and on his sign, authorized, Apple authorized repair or whatever other manufacturer, Samsung. And then and be able to get access to OEM parts, original equipment manufacturer. And finally, I loved the letter at the end. That may be the first one of these that we've seen. And from us as mentors and people who work with your teams, we hear a lot of talk about these social entrepreneurs. I know you get this opportunity. We don't talk to them and with them and just see them as people. And I thought that was wonderful at the end to have both the handwritten note from him, both the sentiment and the fact of it, and then the translation. It very much helped personalize it, and I think really amplified the case for your advocacy on his behalf. So you've served him very well, and I wish him all the best, and congratulations to all of you.
To address your manufacturing question, so basically, Jabbir already has a supply chain where he gets all his raw cost materials from. So there's like usually times where he orders the materials, and based off of like the customer basis, how many customers are coming in regularly, that's when his supply chain shipment comes in. And those typically revolve around chargers, like back the phone screen protectors, actual screens, like it includes all of those. And he's already connected with that supply chain. So he's going to be using that same supply chain when starting up his own business.
And to add on to that, he currently works with that current supplier, as she mentioned, and he has a very good relationship with that supplier. So he will be able to guarantee the same prices. So he'll know that the parts that he's getting are good quality and original equipment manufacturers, because he already gets them from those.
Yeah, you guys, I really loved it. You guys brought energy. You guys brought confidence to the presentation. I certainly agree with my colleagues, but you guys maybe want to just pull out my wallet and just put cash on the table because, you know, I mean, I could feel it, right? And that's really important, you know, for everyone to remember. It's not just about the content. It's also about the confidence and the energy that you bring, you know, to the table. So you guys did wonderful with that. I really enjoyed the personal touch as well, even though your client was not here, just showing that image, that letter at the end, but also even previous to that, you showed what his ledger looked like, right? Prior to the to making it digital. So you really incorporated, you know, a part of him into this presentation, even though he wasn't here. So I loved it. I thought you guys did a wonderful presentation. Again, I can't say enough about the energy and the confidence that I felt, even till the end. You know, while we're giving you guys questions, you guys were still confidently responding back and showing that, you know, you understood this person and you really wanted to advocate for this person's business. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.